This is my sixth video voice. I am like so it's what, like 15 minutes in with using my voice for ASMR. I'm honestly feeling like I'm getting it. I am getting it finally. And right now I'm just thinking of what other triggers I could do. So I decided to do camera batteries. I don't know, I think they do sound pretty nice. Like I don't know, just there's something special about the Canon plastic. These are Canon batteries. I use a Canon camera and wireless Canon camera, just so you know. I'm not a photographer. DSLRs are usually the ones that Canon users use. Photographers like stills and stuff, like portraits. I don't know what's up with that stereotype, but it's real. But I'm videographer using not a Sony, but a Canon. There's a whole war going on. I honestly am the team that does not care for this, for the tech specs, stuff like that of a camera. I'm caring just about how it actually looks and how it actually feels in my hands. Prior to having a Canon, I had a Sony for 2 years. 2 years. My wireless, no, mirrorless Sony, right? If we consider my handycam, Sony handycam, I had that one since I was like 7, and so if you consider that, I had a Sony for more than 10 years, right? But I decided to have a Canon, despite me using Sony, because Sony, it looks good on paper, it also looks good. So I'm talking about the physical aspect of the camera, like the layout of buttons, right? The material used, the color used are all really good. And the specs of Sony cameras are usually the ones that people want. Like you can film 4K 120 on an FX30 camera. I don't know, it probably doesn't mean anything to most of you unless by some random chance there is another videographer watching this video. It would be hella random. But yeah, probably most videographers use Sonys. I don't know, I feel like people just fall for the marketing. They see a good looking camera and they see the specs and they're like, oh hell yeah, let me get that. And there's nothing wrong with a Sony camera. I was considering buying one as well, but that was before I tried out a Canon camera, and I fell in love with Canon R7. That's the camera I'm using right now. Multiple of my friends had that one, and they got it because some of their friends had an R7. So it's mainly through experiencing it in person rather than watching tech reviews. So if you're the type of person that sees a video of, or somebody you know films a good video, they show it to you, or you film it with them and stuff like that, right? And you notice how good it turns out. It has a soul, it has a vibe. That's usually when you get a Canon. Another thing is that it doesn't, like, I don't know, like Sony usually has like a very clinical look, and Canon, I don't know why, but it just feels more real for some reason. I think it might be because it has a little more noise. It's not like us AI noise reduced as most Sonys. Like everyone who says like, oh, Sony can shoot in low light, it's like crazy. That's so bullshit, bro. You're just falling for marketing. It is kind of true. It can film a little bit better, but that comes at a real bad cost of built-in noise reduction. And it's the type of noise reduction that gets rid of the harsh reality of the world, right? It gets rid of all the little details that you might notice on other cameras. Some of the other cameras started coming from Sony, so they also have crazy noise reduction. But the thing is, you cannot, like, no matter what you do, no matter how good of a film, actual like physical film you produce a light on, how good of a film you use, how good of a sensor you use, how sensitive it is, no matter how good it is, you're not going to be able to capture so much light to a point that it's noiseless. There will always be noise, right? In even the cleanest types of film, there's always noise. Even if you film in the middle of the brightest day, if you shine the brightest light at a person, there will still be noise in the image. There is noise pollution. It's a thing. And Sony cameras just don't have that, so they don't really feel real. And another thing is that, yes, it looks really good. The layout of the bottoms, as I said, all that looks really good. The camera aesthetically looks really good. It's like a perfect square, perfect rectangle. All the lines are straight. Nothing like that, right? But for me, I don't know. Maybe if it's my larger hands or something like that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm like special or some shit. But Sony cameras, they don't lie in hand in the right way. If you think they are good ergonomically, you either have small as shit hands, or you're just lying to yourself. Like it's cool. I understand. If you bought a $4,000 camera, you're not gonna say that its ergonomics are bad. You're gonna be like, oh, that's exactly what I wanted, right? Because you don't want to sound like a loser. That's what it is. It's just copium, right? But for me, Canon cameras, I didn't choose them because it was specs or like, oh, it looks so good. I chose them because I felt them in my hand, and I felt so many other cameras in my hand, right? I would film with many people before I bought my own camera. I would try a lot of them at stores. I would try a lot of them by filming with others and beaming the camera for other people, right? And using their equipment and stuff. Using film school equipments, my high school equipment, my friends' equipment, or everything, right? And I chose the one that fit the best in my hand. Personally, it fits the most to me. It might not fit the best for you, but Canon R7 for me personally. The handle is so great. Like, even after having a 12-hour shoot, all my fingers feel all right? Like I can still press all types of buttons with it, and I totally customize it the way I want, perfectly to my needs. I can control the whole camera with having one arm on the camera side handle, right? And at the other hand, on the follow focus, is a thing in front of the camera that attaches to the lens. I rotate that, and I can use my thumb to rotate the zoom or the ND on the adapter, right? So I can control every single thing. Unless I want to go in. No, I'm thinking about it. I can really control every single thing. Like, really. I can even open a menu. I customized all the buttons and everything to my needs. I can customize it to whatever I need, all types of modes, everything. So I don't get the obsession with like, oh, Sony cameras, you can customize it to whatever you want. I customized a lot of Sony cameras to my needs, but it didn't feel as good as the Canon camera. Maybe it's just because I had been using it for so long. I had it for probably a year and a half for now, and I filmed. I think right now I am at around 29,500 clips on my camera. So it's like what, 200 clips per day on average. No, I don't know, per year. Wait, let me actually calculate that really quick. So it is 29,500 divided by 365. None. 65. So that's 27 clips per day. It doesn't mean that's like I film every day, and it doesn't mean I film 27 per day or something like that. It doesn't mean it's all video, it doesn't mean it's all photo. It's a mix. I'd say I film 80%, 90% video, 10% photo. Before I was a bit bigger of a photo margin, but now my clients are switching. No, I'm switching to different types of clients that demand more of the video than photo now, and that's what I want. So that's kind of stuff I film, and let me know what you think. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.